In this video, we want to focus on the Knowledge Hub part of the side menu. When you click on Knowledge Hub, you get directed to a page that contains a set of content that is available for you to better understand what is the benefit of cooling for your fresh fruits and vegetables. So there are different sections here. I will start with showing you the comic strip, which is a comic that we have developed that explains the journey of two farmers as they start and learn about using cold storage to store their crops. So you can navigate through the screens, clicking on previews and next, and you can watch the full story. We can also go back, and then in the next set of pages, you will see that sometimes this is some text. For example, this is text about the business model that the cold rooms are using, which is cooling as a service. So the idea that you don't have to stipulate any contract or to pay anything up front, but you're just paying to use the cold room depending on how much you're bringing to the cold room and how long you're storing. So the fee is per day, per crate that you're storing, or per kilogram that you're storing. And here it just explains you better what that is. An important thing that I want to show you is that the Knowledge Hub also contains information on how you can maximize your crop quality, how you can optimally store crops in multi-commodity cold rooms, and also for you, very important to see the crop storage table. So this is a table that we have designed that contains different types of crops, and for those different types of crops, it tells you what is the optimal temperature. For example, in this case, for cauliflower, it's 0 degrees, and also what is the storage life at that optimal temperature for that specific type of crop. This is really important because it gives you a feeling also for all the produce that you harvest or that you trade, what is the target temperature at which that produce should be stored to minimize crop spoilage. There are two more columns here, which are the ethylene production and the ethylene sensitivity. So ethylene is an important aspect that can impact the storage life of your crops. And so it's important that you are aware, and also that the cold room operator is aware about whether some crops are producing ethylene and they're sensitive. And as it's explained in this legend here, what's important is that produce that are so crops that are producing a lot of ethylene should not be stored close to crops that are very sensitive to ethylene, because this can accelerate their spoilage. Then if we go back, there are still a set of other, other screens here, for example, that explains you important aspects of when you're checking crates into the cold room, what should you pay attention to, as well as information about what is the time to pick up. And so it explains, this section explains better the models that are present inside of the Coldtivate app that predict for your specific crates of, say, bananas, how many days or how does the quality evolve for those crates of bananas. Here we have a short summary about what this model, sort of how this model works. Great. An important thing to mention is that the Knowledge Hub, all the content of the Knowledge Hub is available in different languages. So if you decide to change the language of the application, then you'll also be able to see, say, the comic strip or the table translated in your language of choice. So now we have looked at the Knowledge Hub part. I also want to close this video by mentioning briefly that in the About section, we present a set of policies that are that you agree at when you sign up in the Coldtivate app. This is, quite detailed information, but what's important for us to mention is that that your data is protected and it's not shared with anyone beyond the cooling companies and the management team of the application. So you can be sure that no other third party has access to your data. Great. So this concludes this video. And in the next video, we're going to look in more details in the account details section of the side menu.